Hello and happy holidays, everyone. Let's make some whimsical faces out of Papier Mâché. My name is Rozani, the voice behind the video. It's so easy to do using my techniques, which can be found in the playlist. You could either use pulp or paper strip. The important thing is to be able to soften the paper with the liquid, and the liquid has to be able to make the paper stick together. So it could be rough and still stick together, or it could be made fine. Try my recipe out and see how it works for you. Just experiment with it and try letting it sit overnight for it to thicken a little bit. Something like this, you can determine if it's good enough for you to work with just by experimenting. So here's a basic little face that I'm working on. I hope you'll get the idea and be inspired to make your own. You can use these for so many things. You may want to determine first what you're going to use it for. I'm using a basic form that I pressed together out of pulp. It's the basic starter shape, and from here I could do so many things. This one's going to have little chubby cheeks and a little whimsical nose. Right now it just looks like a bunch of little blobs because that's what they are. And it's fun. You're going to see how these blobs transform. This requires a little bit of creativity and a lot of patience. But it's great therapy. It's great for my fingers, it's great for my mind, and it's just fun for me. So if this is something you think you'd like, please check out my playlists. I have so many projects there with similar techniques using Liquid Starch. It's what I like to use. It's a good brand for me, and it's just very, very easy to use. I can rinse it off quite easily, and I just love it. So there are many similarities to working with clay with this. It's not as smooth as clay, but you can use similar tools. I like to use a bamboo pick. You can use clay tools. Mostly, it's whatever works for you. If you have long fingernails like I do, they come in very handy. Now, as far as the texture, you can leave it rough. I like to smooth it out a little by using copier paper pieces on top of it, like this. After a while, you really have to stop and let it dry before going a little further. Otherwise, it'll get a little too soggy. Now, it seems to be taking a long time. That's because it usually does. But if you have some good sunlight, you could put it right there in front of the window and let that sunlight dry it. Because once it's dry, you can outline the features and then continue to work from that point. You can always add on. Make these in any size that you want. So what can we add? You can add ears, eyebrows, beards, mustaches, anything you want. If you want to make this on a spoon, you can. If you want to put a hat on it, you can. Ornament hooks. Add this to a jar or a glass ornament, a plastic ornament, turn it into whatever you like. You can go on and on with all kinds of ideas. I'm almost at a stopping point. I was able to let it dry a little bit, and while it's damp, I'm using a pencil to outline it a little bit and define the features a little more, but it still has to dry completely. It's time to set this aside. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll join me next time.